Hello everyone, I hope you all are doing well. This is your SST teacher Poonam Avasthi. Please subscribe and share this channel so that you never miss any update here. Today we are going to discuss frequently asked questions of lesson number 1, how, when and where modern periods. So let's begin. These terms we have discussed in the videos. So the first term is colonial. I hope you remember the word colonial we have done. It means when there is a subjugation of one country on another leading to the political and economical, social and cultural changes. This whole process is called colonization, and this modern period is also correlated with this colonial word many times. I hope it is clear to you. Survey means when we examine or we look closely any event or any place and we record our required things, that is survey. Calligraphist means a person who is skilled in writing beautifully, that is calligraphist. And census means it is also a kind of survey for population count and to see what kind of population, male, female, and on religion also what kind of population is living. So after every 10 years in India also you may have seen that population is being recorded. The next question is very direct question. Who was James Mill? Explain his periodization of Indian history. So who was James Mill? James Mill was a Scottish economist and a philosopher. And how he periodized Indian history into 3 parts, Hindu, Muslim and British. You can very well go to the past videos if you are not getting this answer. What was the limitations of the periodization? We have understood that his period, this division of his period was not accepted by Indian historians. Why? What were the disadvantages and limitations? Because he divided Indian history only on the grounds of religion, and so that this periodization was not justified for Indians. I hope these 2 answers are clear. Now see, next question is little indirect. Why do Indian historians not want to call the British rule in India a modern period? I know children, everybody of you know the concept, but when it comes to answer it, then it seems difficult for you all. Why? Because you have to be very concentrated when you read the question, what the question wants. Why do Indian historians not want to call the British rule as a modern period? Because Indian historians said it is a colonial period. So what were the reasons? Because Indians at that time were not free, first reason. They were not treated equally, second reason. And Indian economy was also backward at that time. So it is not true to say that it was a modern period in India. Next question, why did the British conduct so many surveys in India? So what was the reason behind? So the reason was to check their spread of business and to find out new places to be captured, where good soils are found, where good places of trades are found. And what was the basic idea behind these surveys? Because they wanted to be famous all over India. They wanted to spread this, that East India Company is now in India, so everybody should be aware of this. This was also one of the reasons why they conducted many series of surveys in India. I hope these 2 questions are clear. Now see, since the British conducted a series of recording of our history, so they gave it their version we have discussed. So what was that version? What according to you would have that version which they wrote in the history? So what they wrote, what do you think that what they may have wrote about their version? Their version would have shown what? That Indians were weak and Indians were in the need of civilized Britishers to develop them. And they would have shown Britishers as superior. Of course, if Britishers are writing history, so if they are writing their own version, so they will show the world that they were the superior and Indians were in the need of them. Indians were not superior and they were the supreme authority. Yes or no? Clear everybody? So these three answers we have discussed. So over and all, we have done question number 1 define, question 2, question 3 and these three answers. I hope children, now after watching all parts and recap of lesson number 1, you all will be able to do all the assignments. And I am very thankful and proud also for those who are constantly asking their doubts in the comment box. Children, you all are free to write your questions there. Thank you so much for watching. Keep watching, keep learning.